Ye greetings, seekers of wisdom and lovers of myth. Let us gather beneath the celestial tapestry, where the stars whisper secrets of the ancients, and the moon casts its silver gaze upon the stories etched into eternity. Today, we journey into the heart of Greek mythology, not to recount the tales of Zeus's thunderbolts or Heracles' labors, but to illuminate the life of a figure both luminous and enigmatic. Phoebe, the Titaness of radiance, prophecy, and the moon. Hers is a story of cosmic order, divine legacy, and the quiet power of celestial light. A narrative, often overshadowed by the clamor of Olympian drama. By the end of this odyssey, you will decide, does her tale stir your soul? If so, let the algorithms of fate or YouTube know with a like, a subscribe, and a comment naming your favorite mythical archetype. Be it kings, warriors, demons, angels, or creatures born of primordial chaos. Now let us begin. The dawn of Phoebe, a titaness born of heaven and earth. Before the Olympians claimed dominion, the cosmos belonged to the Titans, the primal deities born of Jauke Uranus, sky, and Dauge Gaia, Domopananch Earth. Among their 13 children stood Phoebe, whose name itself means shining one, or radiant. She was not merely a titaness of light, but the embodiment of the moon's intellectual glow, the cool, silvery luminescence that illuminates the mind as much as the night. Her siblings included titans of renown: Cronus, the devourer of destiny; Rhea, the mother of gods; and Oceanus, the encircling river. Yet, Phoebe's power lay not in dominion, but in perception. In the earliest myths, Phoebe's role was subtle but profound. She was the oracle of the heavens, a seer who channeled the whispers of the stars. Ancient texts hint that she presided over the Delphic oracle before Apollo. Her grandson claimed it as his own. This lesser-known detail reveals her as a bridge between the old order of Titans and the new reign of Olympians. A keeper of secrets who transcended divine revolutions and the marriage of light and knowledge. Phoebe and Coeus. Phoebe's destiny intertwined with that of her brother. Coeus, titan of the inquisitive mind, the celestial axis, and the querying intellect. Their union symbolized the marriage of light, Phoebe, and knowledge, Coeus, a cosmic synergy that birthed two daughters who would shape the fate of gods and mortals alike. Leto Oich and Dago. Asteria, or Leto, often reduced to a footnote as Apollo and Artemis's mother, was herself a goddess of modesty and motherhood, a figure of resilience who endured Hera's wrath to give birth on the floating island of Delos. Asteria, meanwhile, became the goddess of falling stars and nocturnal prophecy, later transforming into the island of Delos to shelter her sister. Through her daughters, Phoebe's legacy cascaded into the Olympian age, her lunar essence distilled into Artemis's huntress moons and Apollo's prophetic sun. But here lies a paradox. Phoebe, a titan of the old world, became the unseen architect of the new. Her bloodline carried the seeds of Olympian ascendancy, yet she remained untouched by the Titanomachy, the cataclysmic war between Titans and Olympians. Why? The answer lies in her nature. Phoebe wielded not weapons, but insight. She was a diplomat of the divine, a figure who traded rebellion for reverence, ensuring her lineage's survival. The oracle's silent guardian, Phoebe and the mantle of Delphi. Long before Apollo slew Python and claimed Delphi, the site was sacred to Gaia, then Themis, goddess of divine law, and finally Phoebe. This triad of goddesses governed the oracle's earliest incarnations, with Phoebe passing its stewardship to Apollo as a birthright gift. The Homeric hymn to Apollo cryptically notes, Phoebe came here in the carriage of gold, and she gave it to Apollo, the archer god, as a gift. This act was no mere transfer of power. It was a symbolic surrender of Titan sovereignty to Olympian rule, a reconciliation etched in prophecy. Phoebe's lunar wisdom merged with Apollo's solar clarity, forging the Pythia's duality. Light that reveals and obscures, truths that uplift and destroy. Few know that Phoebe's name was invoked in Delphic rites as a spectral guardian. Priestesses whispered her name beneath the omphalos, the navel stone of the world. seeking her guidance in deciphering the gods' riddles. Even in retreat, her presence lingered, a titaness haunting the edges of Olympian glory. The twilight of Titans, Phoebe's unseen eternity. When the Titanomachy ended, Zeus condemned many titans to Tartarus. Yet Phoebe, like her sisters Themis and Mnemosyne, escaped punishment. Why? The myths are silent, but logic suggests her utility. Phoebe's gifts, prophecy, celestial light, and a bridge to the past, were tools the Olympians could not discard. She became a spectral advisor, her influence veiled but vital. In later ages, Phoebe's identity blurred with other lunar deities. Selene, the personified moon, and Artemis, the virgin huntress, absorbed facets of her myth. Yet Phoebe's essence endured in the ambiguity of moonlight, a force that reveals hidden paths but cloaks them in shadow. Philosophers of antiquity likened her to the human soul, radiant yet enigmatic, eternal yet ever-changing. Phoebe's hidden truths, the titaness beyond the veil. To truly know Phoebe, one must venture beyond canonical texts. Consider these obscured fragments. Sati to 1. The constellation of lost prophecies. Some scholars argue that Phoebe's tears, shed during the Titanomachy, became the star cluster Pleiades. Their flickering light symbolized prophecies, unfulfilled, destinies abandoned to time. The mirror of Hecate. Phoebe's granddaughter Hecate, goddess of witchcraft, inherited her lunar mysticism. Medieval grimoires allege that Hecate's silver mirror, which showed past, present, and future, was forged from Phoebe's shattered chariot. 3. The forgival of mortals. Unlike most titans, Phoebe occasionally intervened for mortals. A fragment from Sappho's lost poems describes a sailor praying to Phoebe during a storm. The titaness spun moonlight into a rope to guide him home. These threads paint Phoebe not as a passive relic, but as an active, albeit subtle, force. A deity who chose influence over dominion. Honor the enduring moon. Phoebe's legacy in shadows and light. Phoebe's story does not end, for titans exist outside mortal time, yet her legacy crystallizes in paradox. She is the moon that watches but does not judge. The prophet who knows but does not interfere. The titan who yielded power to ensure her essence survived. In Roman myth, her counterpart Diana absorbed her lunar traits. In modern astrology, her name adorns Saturn's moon. Phoebe, a celestial body reflecting sunlight to distant observers, much like her ancient role. Epilogue, the philosopher's reflection. What then, dear listeners, does Phoebe teach us? She is the embodiment of soft power, the strength of radiance over roar, of wisdom over war. In a pantheon obsessed with thunder and heroism, she carved eternity through legacy, not conquest. Her light persists in every oracle's sigh, every moonlit revelation, every moment we seek truth in the quiet spaces between stars. So farewell, fellow travelers of myth. If Phoebe's tale has illuminated your mind, let the cosmos know. Like her story. I subscribe for more journeys into myth's hidden corners. And in the comments, tell me, which archetype speaks to your soul? Regal sovereigns, cunning warriors, fallen angels, or creatures of the abyss? The pantheon awaits your voice. Until next time, remember, even in darkness, the moon's light is never truly gone. It simply waits for the moment to reveal itself anew. Farewell, and may your path be ever lit by celestial wisdom.